You know, at this point, it takes me longer to start peeing than it does to actually pee. And when I do, it's sort of like these urinary dots and dashes, like Morse code. There are 4 rules to aging. One is you never pass up a bathroom. 2, you never get on the floor without a plan to get back up. 3, you never waste an erection. And 4, most importantly, you never trust a fart. Well, I have a question. Since my balls are now longer than a CVS receipt, would the Botox help with that?
Yes.
It would? It would tighten everything up? All right, I got to look into that.
Shrinkage.
Yeah, you know that splashdown, that was really the first time I felt old. The first time I sat on the toilet and my balls splashed down. So I decided I would go to the workshop and I would build a flotation device. I land on 2 miniature bagels. I put the 2 miniature bagels in, and the balls will float nicely, except they absorb too much water and they broke up. I get the next set of bagels, I polyurethane them, right? They're not going to absorb any water, and to make them stick, I put a little smear of cream cheese on them. They stayed the whole time. It worked really, really well. You guys can see I've got a couple of tattoos. Pixie drops me off at the tattoo parlor, and I get a tattoo. It's 3 lines above my knee. And she says, well, why would you do that? I said, well, you remember the kids were little. We would draw lines on the door jamb to measure their growth. She goes, I understand, but I don't get these 3 lines. I said, well, to be honest with you, I'm just trying to measure the impact of gravity on my balls. She said, but why the dotted line? I said, because when they hit the dotted line, no more shorts. Have you guys seen this skincare product called Particle? You put it under your eyes, and it makes the bags disappear. My bags are so big, I need 6 guys from the airport to come and help me out. You know, menopause for us was a very interesting time. I like to call it the thermostat wars. Pixie went from freezing every second of the day to sweating bullets, ripping clothes off. She was sweating bullets all the time. The air conditioning was so low, we literally had intermittent snow flurries in the bedroom. One night, I hear buzzing. I'm wondering what it is. It gets a little louder. I turn over all excited, and there she is with the little fan, just trying to cool herself off. I thought it was something completely different. You know, menopause for an Italian woman is just a reminder that she's always going to be dealing with facial hair for the rest of her life. My grandmother at age 90 had such a luxurious beard that she was asked to front for ZZ Top. You know, in Florida, why is it that the feminine named hurricanes are always the ones that are really blowing hard? There's no bi or gay hurricanes. You never hear of a Hurricane Milton blowing hard. And you know you're from Florida when the temps drop to the 40s and you're walking around with an umbrella to protect yourself from the iguanas falling out of the trees. Anybody here fans of lacrosse, or you have kids that play lacrosse or grandchildren? I don't know if you know, but lacrosse is a Native American game. It was created by the Iroquois Indians in western New York State. Apparently, what they used to do was take a head of a conquest and use that head as a ball. You can imagine the excitement and the confusion when the chief would say, I need